Alright, we're back with another one. Let's continue.
It will be good to have some rest without devils breathing down our necks.
I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
Sounds good to me. I looked to Damien, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. Didn't want him to know about my thoughts on the situation. Yeah, bed sounds good. I wanted to just end tonight. Too much had happened, and I felt dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping all of us from moving.
Should we be gone in the morning?
The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. They had remembered their deal, and were now waiting for me to decide their fate. However, I knew my answer. I couldn't keep them here. I knew I couldn't. They were demons, and I was a human. I needed to deal with my own life beyond anything else. If the boys stayed, my life would only become more complicated. I think that would be best. No! James nodded in agreement, keeping a professional tone in his voice as he replied to me.
Then we will be gone before you wake, miss. Thank you for letting us stay here as long as we did.
Did I mess things up? I could feel the upset emotions of the incubi reverberate in the room, but I couldn't change my mind. I had too much going on in my life to let them stay, no matter how much I wanted them to.
It was a pleasure to have served you, beautiful lady.
No. I didn't get to have anybody? It was hard watching each boy turn away from me for the last time. I stood there, waiting for them all to leave the lobby.
I guess this is goodbye. Yeah. Have a good one.
I stuck to my guns. I knew I was making the right choice.
Thank you for having us, miss. Maybe we'll see each other again.
Maybe, maybe not.
Goodbye.
As Amy left my sight, I finally let in air that I was denying into my body and sighed. My life would return to normal, well, as normal as it could be. However, I was smarter and wiser than before. I knew of things beyond humanity now. I had come to learn about the boys and about the existence of the supernatural. I wasn't blind to what was beyond human life. Learning of this made me more open-minded. I nodded to myself before heading into my room, closing the door and mentally allowing the reality of the situation to sink in. Tomorrow I had school, no devils to kidnap me, no incubi to wake up with. I went to bed that night, accepting and not regretting anything. Someone get the caramel. Or so I had hoped.
You are an interesting creature.
Why is her face like that? I opened my eyes to see a woman staring down at me with a very sly smirk on her face. I opened my mouth to scream in fright, but a hand quickly covered my mouth.
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl.
I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak, not having the strength to move and fight her off. She was very beautiful, but I felt more anger than amazement.
Why do the boys like you? You're unique, yes, but that can't be all that you have going for you.
Rage began to consume my core again. This woman, whoever she was making me mad. She must have known as she let another smirk grow onto her face.
Ooh, you're feisty. That could be why.
Before I could bite her hand in anger, she removed her hand from my lips, standing up and staring down at me from her place next to my bed. I quickly sat up and glared daggers at the intruder. Who the hell are you, and why are you in my room? The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for her to answer.
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can call me Diana, little human.
Diana? Demon? You're a demon?
I am, but I'm much more than just an average demon.
What do you mean?
Silly girl. I'm a succubus.
I stared at Diana in shock. A succubus? First incubi, now a succubus. Great. I have now met both genders of sex demons. Diana crossed her arms under her bosom and looked at my body.
Well, you are pretty, but you seem very reckless. Too reckless.
moved out and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Well, I came here to clean up what the boys clearly forgot to clean. Men. So sloppy.
What do you mean by that?
I mean erasing your memories, sweetie.
This woman wasn't serious, was she? She comes into my room and spouts this? This was ridiculous. I began to walk towards my door, wanting to leave the room. The boys could get rid of her. I had no mind about dealing with her myself.
The boys are gone, sweetie.
I froze in place. What? They were gone already? No way. I turned to Diana, glaring hard at her. She kept a smirk to me. You're lying.
Am I? If you want to go see for yourself, you can. But I promise you'll be wasting your time.
I stared, trying to find any hint if she was lying. She had to be. The boys wouldn't just up and leave without resting first, right? Diana crossed her arms and waited for me to make a choice. I decided to believe her for now. I'd find some hint in this conversation. What do you mean, take my memories?
Well, we demons can't have just anyone knowing about us. You have to completely devote your soul to learning about us. And even then, it's not always guaranteed that you can be granted knowledge of us.
What makes me not deserve to know everything? I was attacked by devils. I found the boys in my house, wounded, and sheltered them. I think I deserve to remember those moments. Diana let out a laugh, running a hand through her hair before looking back to me, amused.
You were attacked by a gang and were almost killed. You found 5 homeless men and let them stay in your home. There's nothing special about either of these instances.
Yes, there was.
A human like you can't understand the rules. The boys themselves aren't even aware of the rules. They'll learn soon enough.
Diana flipped her hair before looking to me with a stern look.
Listen, sweetie. You're not going back to bed or leaving this house with those memories. I'm taking them from you one way or another.
I glared, standing my ground. You're not taking my memories. I'm not letting you take them.
And what do you plan to do with them, huh? Tell the press? Gossip to your friends that demons exist? Confess to your parents that you had demon servants and were almost killed by a devil gang?
Now she was making me mad. Did she seriously think I was this stupid? These memories are precious to me, and I wasn't going to let her win over my mind. These memories are important to me. I know that other creatures exist. I know that magic exists. I'm more open-minded now.
Open-minded or gullible?
What does she mean by that? The point of being open-minded was to be open to all thought. How is that anything close to being gullible?
There is nothing to learn from remembering the boys that won't bring trouble. I'm merely saving you from that. There are more than just demons who want to keep their existence a secret. There are many creatures in this world that don't want to be known of, and you remembering a small fragment is not acceptable to them without good reason.
Diana smirked.
If you would have kept the boys, or at least had one of them around, they'd be a little more lenient to listen to your pleas. However, you're about to go into tomorrow without any of them around.
I couldn't believe my ears. There were more than just demons. Other fictional creatures existed. There was a system? What? Diana sighed and snapped her fingers, lifting my body up from the ground with her magic.
Look, I can kill you and no longer waste what little time I have, or I can erase your memories and go on with my life. I have more important things to do above arguing with you.
I looked down at the ground to see something that made every nerve in my body quiver or quickly quake in fear. On the ground was a large open mouth with sharp, wet teeth leading to an empty black abyss. I could feel the heat from the mouth's breath pant against my floating body. Ah! I looked to Diana, who was looking at me with a stern and almost heartless gaze.
Make a choice, sweetie. Give up your memories or be a demon's snack. I warn you, he's quite the biter.
Aww. I was panicking. I was about to die. Again. The boys weren't here to protect me. What was I going to do? Make a deal with Diana? Fight? Give up the memories. Maybe I can make a deal with her. Then I remembered, demons had a conscience. They weren't heartless without reason. She could be reasoned with. She seemed like a businesswoman. Wait.
What? You're wasting my time.
What about a deal, huh? Diana raised an eyebrow. I was afraid she wasn't one to listen. What if she was as ruthless as I imagined her to be?
I'm listening.
She's listening. Wait, really? Was she really willing to listen to me? She didn't drop me in the pit of death, but she didn't let me out of her spell. Now is a good time as any to try reason. These memories are precious to me, but they're not worth me losing my life.
Of course.
I mean, if I die, people will wonder and try to find explanations to why I died or where I disappeared to.
Then just hand over your memories.
What if I traded them to you instead? You seem like a reasonable businesswoman. A trade is better than forcing me to give in, right? This was insane. I didn't even know if she was willing to listen. She already had me hanging over a pit of death. The only thing I could hope for was her being forgiving enough to listen to reason.
Well, speak your terms. What do you want in exchange?
I let out a relieved sigh. She was willing to listen further. Well, what can you give me in return for them?
I'm a demon. I can give you anything within reason. Money, men, women, power. Name it. Just make it worth the price.
She could really give me anything? My mind began to wander. What did I want? Power or her? I don't want her, I want the guy. Diana raised an eyebrow at me.
What kind of power?
Anything. I just want to have it.
You want power, but don't know what kind of power you want. Interesting, human.
I watched as Diana walked over to me and gripped my chin. She examined my face, which made me wonder what the heck she was looking for. Did I have something on it? Diana's eyes seemed to almost glow as she looked into my eyes, which both scared me and made me feel warm and fuzzy. Diana nodded her head, a small smirk painting her face.
Well, since you didn't specify what kind of power...
I raised my eyebrow. What was she thinking? Diana stepped back and tapped her fingers on her crossed arms, trying to think. I was unsure of what ran through her mind, but I hoped it was good. As if coming up with a solution, Diana finally lowered her arms and nodded to herself.
Very well, human. Power you want, so power you shall have.
Diana snapped her fingers, which caused a large beam of purple and black light to shoot up from the pit beast below me. I became consumed in it, shutting my eyes tightly. The world around me became dark, and I didn't want to open my eyes for any reason. I couldn't feel myself fall. I couldn't even feel my own body. Darkness surrounded my body, and I felt weightless in its embrace. Was this what I wanted? Where was I? Was I dead? I couldn't be. This couldn't be what death was. What was going to happen to me? Why was I in darkness? I didn't know what was happening, and I felt like screaming, but in a darkness like this, who would answer? Diana, where are you? I could hear my voice empty into the darkness without echo. I was in an abyss, left alone with no one to turn to. Was this freedom? Was this power? What was this?
You're too chaotic for the world of humans, little girl. I'm going to give you something very valuable, so you best not squander the chance.
Ooh. I looked around, trying to find Diana. What was she talking about?
You're about to be reborn. You will be reborn into a powerful creature. So powerful, the demon lord himself will learn fear. And I'm going to give you the power to defeat him.
I felt my body quake in pain suddenly, forcing me to curl over my body and cry out. God! My clothes burnt off of me, and I watched in fright as my hands and feet began to darken into an inky and dangerous purple tint. The color traveled through my skin and made my body twitch in both pain and fear. I couldn't help but scream in agony as the pain rushed through me. It felt like my skin was burning away and being replaced by a new shell. It was a torturous mutation. I could feel marks burn themselves into my flesh, marking my body in a purple tattoo gallery. As my head began to feel heavy, I gripped onto the sides of my head, only to feel something growing from each side. I gripped onto the new additions to my head and gasped. Horns. Was I becoming a devil? No. A demon? A demon. Yes, I was a demon. My life flashed before my eyes and burnt away like flowers in a wildfire. Each memory I held dear to me no longer existed in my mind, for I only could accept darkness. I was a demon. Ooh, this is creepy. The name Ezor? I don't know. Reverberated in my head. Was it my name? Was it a name of someone close to me? I couldn't place the name, so I placed it into the darkness of my mind as my first memory. I closed my eyes and breathed. Wow, this is really taking a different turn than what I was hoping for. I guess I chose the wrong, things. I opened them and was staring into a castle hall, seated on a throne. I heard shouts and pleadings for help and aid from the servants around me. They all were scared of the threat that was coming our way. One even approached me and asked what we should do. I stared at the demon servant, recognizing him as my underling, another new memory. I crossed my legs and thought briefly. The demon lord was a powerful demon, willing to kill for territory. New memory. I smirked. Oh wow. Let him come. I'm ready. Look at me. I'm crazy. This is crazy. I felt new memories of the world around me draw up from the darkness in my mind, telling me everything I needed to know about my situation. I was a succubus, and the new ruler of a territory the Demon King wanted. I wasn't going to let him take it so easily. I wouldn't allow it. I watched as my underlings scrambled under my command and instructed them specifically on what to do and how to prepare my new land for its intruder. I then remembered. Izar gave me the power to defeat the Demon Lord while she was out on some mission or another. I would take it and become a new being. Would she return? Not likely. She was too weak to return after ripping open a tear to the human world. She would be on her little mission forever, leaving me with her kingdom unless she found a powerful enough human to grant her access back. She wouldn't know that, though, not until the very last minute. Too bad. My mind allowed me to see all of the power I had, and I smirked at the thought of each spell in my mind being powerful enough to wipe out kingdoms. Yes, this was what I wanted. This was my calling. I was free to carve my own path. I had the power to do it. This was my happily ever after. And I was surely going to enjoy every minute of it. My Kingdom S. That's crazy. Alright, you guys. So we finished the game. I'm going to definitely go back and play it again, though. Because I need to find some other endings, right?
Innocence, ignorance, tell me.
Okay, sorry. I didn't really want to watch all that. But if you guys want to watch it, just get the game. It's on Steam. It's not very expensive at all. You can watch more endings and things. I didn't end up getting a cute guy, so I'm thinking I need to play it again. So I will probably work on it some more, and then we'll see what happens next. Okay? Alright. I'll catch you guys later.